Hi folks, Alex here from alexanderguestguitars.com. I've got here my Washburn EA180 AN, which is a sort of festival acoustic guitar from Washburn. I bought it quite a few years ago now, and I don't really get a lot of usage out of it. Not because it's in any way a bad guitar, but because I have my guitars, I don't really use it at all, and my playing is basically focused on electrics rather than acoustics. I've got my Spitfire model on my website, which is a semi-acoustic, and it's got very good acoustic tones to it, so unplugged. So I'm really covered, and this one is sort of surplus to requirements really. But what attracted me to it in the first place in the shop was the look of it. You've got this lovely abalone purfling around the sound hole, and this wonderful figured ash veneer which goes all the way around the body, and of course the nice binding as well, and the dot markers, which are quite tasteful. Over the years, mine has developed a small crack in the back there. I don't know if you can see it. It's not down to being bashed or anything, because I've not bashed it. If you could see inside there, you'd see that the inside ply is absolutely fine, which proves that I haven't bashed it. It's more down to the fact that the internal plywood has probably got a little gap in it, which has cracked the finish, something like that anyway. And it's a bit annoying because it mars what is a lovely guitar finish. It's got a Fishman 301T preamp in it, and it's got a tuner there, a volume that disables the battery, so I think if you press it, nothing comes out of the amp because the circuit is disabled. 2-band EQ with centre notches, and this one a phase. I'm not too sure what that one does. It doesn't seem to affect the tone very much anyway. And it's got the little battery pocket there for a 9-volt. The 9-volt battery doesn't seem as though it wants to go in to begin with, but it is a 9-volt. You just have to get it in the right way and make sure it goes in. And of course the lead is here, not at the end pin. But it's got a really lovely tone. I mean, these are the strings pretty much that I bought it with, I think. So they're years old, and they're quite dull. So if you bought a new set of strings, that would brighten up the tone quite considerably, I think. So if I just bash out a few chords sort of thing. So it's got really quite a nice rich tone going through the amp there. And if I just try and put that on standby, so that is not working at the moment, so this is just a straight acoustic tone. So as I say, it's quite a full sound. It's not overly low end focused. There's quite a lot of mid, and as I say, the top end is quite muted at the moment because of the old strings. But if you put some new strings on it, it should liven up the top end quite a bit. The action is nice and low at the first fret. It's about 1/2 mil, which is what you want it to be, so that when you're fretting chords, you don't have to press down a lot to be able to do that. The neck is pretty straight. There's a very slight back bow to it, which means that at the top frets, really quite imperceptibly, it does dive off very, very slightly. But I'm personally not that bothered because I don't play lead on acoustic guitars anyway. So the action at the 12th fret is about 2.5 mil, 2 to 2.5 mil, and you know what you could do is just file down the bridge very slightly. Excuse me. And that would bring the action down. If that was something that I was interested in doing later on, I might have a go at that. But yeah, I mean, it's got mahogany necks. I don't think it's Brazilian mahogany, but it's a good quality mahogany. And that's really about it. It's a lovely guitar. So yeah, I thoroughly recommend them. I think they're really quite reasonable to buy in terms of money. They've got a lovely tone, they're nice and comfortable to play, they're small, they're portable, light obviously because it's an acoustic, and it's got the preamp. So fantastic guitar really. Okay, check into my guitar website, alexanderguestguitars.com, see if there's anything that you fancy on there, and I'll see you next time. Cheers a lot, thanks, bye.